NFL owners voted unanimously to approve the Seahawks sale to the Khosla family. The News Tribune's Greg Bell will join us for the latest on the team from Seahawks headquarters. We'll also talk about last night's emotional Hard Knocks episode. The Mariners trying to sweep the Phillies, but doesn't look good. And has this team finally started trending upward? We'll take a deep dive into Cal Raleigh, who may be all the way back.
Whoa,
so we'll see.
Whoa. Did you all the way? Hey, let me bring you down a second there, big dog.
I said he may be all the way back. Wow. Sorry, I think I swapped chairs with you for a second.
What happened there? It's like that double dare where the mom becomes the daughter. I'm like, what? All of a sudden, Paul's got him at 60 home runs.
Listen, man, we're going to deep dive into Cal and maybe back up some of these statements. NFL owners unanimously voted to approve the sale of the Seahawks to Khosla for the record price of $9.6 billion. Khosla will have to relinquish his stake in the 49ers as part of his agreement to buy the Seahawks. The team won't officially change hands until the transaction closes, which could happen before the Seahawks open the season 2 weeks from today. The Khosla family includes Vinod Khosla's wife, Niru, and their son, Neil. Although Niru will be the primary controlling owner. She will be the first woman to become a controlling owner and do so without inheriting the team. Here's Vinod on today's approval.
I do want to start by thanking Jody Allen and the Allen Trust for trusting us with this franchise. It's pretty simple when the team is functioning as well as it is today. How often do you get to buy a franchise that just won the Super Bowl? So we are incredibly lucky and humbled by this gift, I would say, from the Allen Trust. And of course, having been to Lumen Field and watching the 12s everywhere, I do want to thank them for their passion and fervor. And the community in Seattle is incredibly valuable, so we hope we'll engage a lot more with the community also. The task ahead is actually pretty simple. Keep the winning streak alive, get another Super Bowl.
The goal is simple. I don't know if the task is simple.
I love that. I mean, billionaire for a reason. He gets it. The task is simple. Just keep. Things are working with this. He sees that things are working with this organization. No major changes are needed. The fans in Seattle, absolutely amazing. What John Schneider is doing, absolutely amazing. So you love to hear that. A shout out to the fans, a shout out to the Super Bowl, and a shout out to, you know what? Let's just keep winning.
Yeah. Well, all the money from the sale, $9.6 billion, goes to philanthropic causes and charitable foundations managed by Paul Allen's estate. That's the beauty of this thing. Jody Allen did a tremendous job leading the franchise over her 8 years in charge, and now it looks like it's in good hands with the Khosla family. So the big business off the field has been taken care of. Let's take a look at what's happening on the field and behind the scenes at Seahawks headquarters. Hard Knocks Episode 4 aired last night. It was an emotional one for sure.
Well, I'll say this, Paul. For several reasons, I had to watch it late last night. So I'm talking, 1 a.m., 2 a.m., grabbed a couple beers, sat down. I gotta watch this. I gotta check this out. I don't know, maybe I was just emotional last night. I mean, I was in tears during this episode. I didn't think the Seahawks were going to do this.
I try to protect this guy from himself. And sometimes it's just impossible.
I mean, Paul, HBO's just pulling at my heart.
Baby.
They're pulling at my heartstrings last night. I mean, you get Coach Mike McDonald talking about the passing of one of his friends, and I mean, just so real, so authentic. He breaks down during the episode, starts crying. Mike McDonald had me crying. Jake Bobo going down. That had me in tears. The pain, you felt that as the cameras were right on him during that practice with the Titans. But the hardest for me, the Bud Clark injury. Bud Clark going down on the phone in the locker room as they're putting a cast on his right leg, on his right ankle, and he's just screaming in pain, and his son is on the phone talking to him saying, "Dad, are you doing okay?" And he's like, "I'll be okay, buddy. I'll be." That just got to me last night. I mean, that got to me a little bit last night. That was hard to watch, but that's the truth of football, Paul. This is a tough, physical sport. Players get injured. It happens. The preseason sucks, but they have to do it. But you hate to see great guys like this go down.
Yeah, the Bud Clark injury was just a fluke. You know, I mean, guy rolled up on him. It wasn't. It was just a crazy thing, and it was too bad. But I'll tell you what, when Mike McDonald was talking about, his buddy O.J. McCrance losing his battle with ALS and the tears and that moment there basically started the whole show off. Woo! That brought you in emotionally, for sure.
And these producers know what they're doing at HBO Hard Knocks. We've talked about it when we talked with the director of the show. They have over 300 hours of video to go through. It's kind of like The Bachelor. They've got a lot of video to go through. So then they're going to, all of a sudden you see in episode 4, kind of they're highlighting Jake Bobo early on. They're highlighting Bud Clark early on. Obviously, we know what was going to happen to him, but they set the story up. They make you love these guys even more, and then you watch them go down with injuries. It was a tough one. But I also I'm loving this wide receivers coach, by the way, just telling Bobo, I need my pit bull. Yeah. I need my pit bull out there. And Bobo's like, I am your pit bull.
Yeah,
so,
just like you said, it's a shame. He's going to be without that pit bull all season long. You know, that Titans game did have some highs and lows, but Drew Lock led that Seahawks offense right down the field against the Titans' #1 defense. Had little trouble moving the ball, scoring points. They led 16-3 at one point. Rashid Shaheed says, one thing about the new offense under Brian Fleury, the running backs will be more involved in the passing game, which will be a big plus.
It opens up everything. You know, you always have something else to key on. You know, with us going vertical, you have a running back that could, you could dink and dunk to down the field, and as long as the coverage is back, he could kind of work and just kind of do that for the offense. And I think it's going to be a big part of what he wants to do and how we're going to move the ball down the field.
Well, Seahawks and Chiefs are going to go at it on King 5. That's going to be Friday night game. We'll have you the Ultimate Seattle Sports Show leading right in to the coverage of this big game. And, of course, we'll be down there covering it all the way. And, again, 22 starters are sitting this one out. But, again, you can see the Seahawks and the Chiefs on King 5
Paul
Friday
Sylvie
night.
Will be there from Arrowhead with his barbecue before the game, barbecue after the game. What are you going with? You go burn ends, ribs?
Anything. I think anything right across. If you laid those out on the table, Chris, I'd take them all.
A little brisket as well?
Yeah, a little brisket, yeah. But, I'm big on the pulled pork for sure.
Okay.
But that'll be fun. I'm going to join this program tomorrow from Kansas City, Arrowhead Stadium. So we'll have a little location change just for me, and Chris will be back here in his comfortable recliner. All right.